Hi, I've finished another one from the book list, and it's Claire Keegan, Small Things Like These. A short book. It didn't take me very long to get through, and just because it's short, don't be fooled into thinking that there's not a lot to it, because there is. You'll have to excuse me, I've got my notes on my computer. So we have Bill, and he's a kind, generous man, and he's a coal merchant. He's got a wife, Eileen, and 5 daughters. We're set in Ireland in the 1980s. He's always been aware that his life could have been so very different. His mother had him when she was 16, an unmarried mother. And his mother was thrown out by her family, but was taken in by Mrs. Wilson. And Mrs. Wilson gave her a job. And when Bill was born, they lived there. And that was his home. And Ned, who was another worker for Mrs. Wilson, who also lived in, he became sort of Bill's father figure. Well, not father figure, the male role model type. In this time in Ireland, there's recession, there's hardship, people are losing their jobs, and Bill tries to do little acts of kindness. If someone can't afford the coal, he'll leave them a stack of logs, that type of thing. He's a kind man. When he makes a coal delivery to the convent, he comes across something that maybe he shouldn't have seen, and this gives him a moral dilemma. We all know the stories of the Magdalene laundries, about these awful places that the young unmarried girls went to, and we've seen the news reports about the deaths and the conditions for these unmarried women. And it is something like that Bill comes across, and he's left with this moral dilemma, because the church is so powerful. He knows that if he acts, his whole life is going to be thrown upside down. He's going to bring trouble upon himself and his family. But if he stays silent, if he doesn't act, then that's against his conscience. So it's, what does he do? The story is set at Christmas time, in the run-up to Christmas, so we've got beautiful wintry descriptions. And there is a reference to A Christmas Carol. Bill is given the book once for Christmas by Mrs. Wilson. And so you've got the idea that Bill's not Scrooge, but he's almost Scrooge after the ghosts. This is the way I saw it, that he's the one who's giving out goodness. You've also got the imagery as well. The imagery is wonderful. We've got there's one part where you've got crows descending and walking through the town. And if you think about the idea of the church and these nuns, all these black-coated nuns, all these black-coated crows, and there's an image of the convent looking down over the town, a powerful presence, but it seems a malevolent presence rather than a symbol of goodness. It's a lovely book, very short, but there is so much in it. And the comment may be the spirit of Christmas the spirit of Christmas, maybe it's in the people themselves, rather than this malevolent presence on the hill looking down. These nuns that are, would you say, abusing the girls? I don't know. But it's a super book, it really is. So that is Small Things Like These by Claire Keegan. Very, very worthy of its place on the long list. So happy reading, take care, and bye.